Tonight on We Are the Holocaust, everybody listening wins. Bounces Yahoo is back. We have mundane discount store chat. Cliffy B visits the show properly this time. Best of all, there are no remixes, and P. Diddy explores the darker side of one of our dreams. This is podcasting. It has nothing to do with people. It's to do with ratings. The world loves the Holocaust. They love wrestling. They love sports and violence. So what do? We give them what they want. We're number one. That's all that counts.
We are the Holocaust.
I'm Bounce Evolved.
I'm Dalek Sex.
I'm Dr. Hamhock.
Satan here.
I'm the news bot.
I'm Joystick Discharge.
I'm the man from the video shop.
Bonsoir, mes amis.
I'm Fiery Bob.
I'm Megacell Guy.
Welcome to We Are the Holocaust.
I'd like to put this out on the table here. Did you know that I'm a Jew?
No.
Well, I guess we have a show then after all.
Yeah, I'm not religious. Well, a bit. I mean,
You're not practicing Jew.
I'm not a practicing Jew. No, I'm a bit Zen Buddhist, which is practically the opposite of a religion. But racially, I am a Jew. It is passed down. It's passed down on the mother's side, as I understand it. I did ask a couple of very Jewish friends of mine. I explained my genealogy to them and said, "Does this make me racially a Jew?" And they confirmed for me. I'll use their exact words. "Yep. You're a big old kike, Dalek." So I'm not going to make a joke of it, but I just want it out there, just because I know that now that Bouncy knows, he won't be able to resist saying something horrifically racist by the end of the series.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen. What I can say is, next time you speak to your Jewish friends, see if they've got any tips for you.
Open brackets, tumbleweed.mp3, close brackets.
I want to know where he's going with this.
That was it. It was a circumcision joke.
That needed explaining.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well,
It's
I think
okay.
that one missed. Maybe you should give him the sack.
Surely that would be a eunuch joke.
That wasn't funny either.
We now take a short break from our schedule to bring you this message from our sponsor, the online service called Pirate Bob Bay.
Hello there. Do you want to watch Game of Thrones Series 4, but you don't have Sky? Well, come to Piratey Bob Bay. If you want to watch Call the Midwife, Piratey Bob Bay. If you want to watch Moshi Monsters the movie, Piratey Bob Bay. If you want to watch Armageddon, go away. Go away from Piratey Bob Bay. There be monsters here.
Should we do some introductions? Because we don't tend to do that enough. And it's only Dalek who's really professional enough to do introductions and goodbyes. Hello. You're listening to Wheel of Holocaust. I'm Dr. Hamhock.
I'm Dalek Sex.
And I'm Bounce Evolved H after that second B.
Isn't life great?
Oi, Gewalt.
That's right. Now we can make Jew jokes.
Yeah. We Are the Holocaust.
Oh, we don't
officially
know.
not anti-Semitic, because one of our hosts is a Jew.
Repurposing the Holocaust with help from the Jews.
Just
It's Holocaust revisionism.
Bonsoir, mes amis. Je m'appelle Pierre Didier Balzac, and I am the imaginary Frenchman who lives inside the Holocaust's heads.
He's got a dodgy accent. He smokes a hipster pipe and lives in our foreheads. He reads our minds while we're asleep. The Holocaust Dream Critic.
Bonsoir mes amis, this is P. Diddy, the Holocaust Dream Critic, and this week I shall be reviewing the dream of Monsieur Newsbot, which I have entitled Overbot. The dream it starts, so you say, in medias res. The scene is Dr. Amok's laboratory, and it is an industrious scene set before our eyes, mes amis, as Dr. Amok works day and night. Dr. Amok, says the newsbot, why have you put a rotating fan at my bottom? It is not Tuesday, is it? But Dr. Amok, he does not listen. He is too industrious in the grand design of affixing a large length of canvas around the newsbot's waistline. Finally, the magnum opus is complete and Dr. Amok flips a switch. The fan in the newsbot's derriere, it activates. The fabric billows. And voila! The newsbot is now part newsbot, part hovercraft, and he glides majestically into the air. And the pair of them hover across the English Channel, with Dr. Amok riding the newsbot's back, and off they go to Gay Paris. Ah, quel tragique, the dream of Monsieur Newsbot. He keenly feels the neglect of Dr. Amok, and in his mind, when the fabric billows out around his waist like this skirt, he is the little girl, or the saucy madam he desperately wants to be. And Dr. Amok will once again give him the polish, and possibly whisk him away to the honeymoon in Paris. And perchance, mes amis, maybe they will do a little science under the stars. If you would like your dream analyzed and reviewed by the Holocaust Dream Critic, please get in touch with us via Twitter. Although, if your father has the face of Tregard from The Nightmare, then you are on your own with that one. You strange, strange little minky.
I saw a 99p shop today, sitting next to a 97p shop today.
Oh, I love them.
It's embarking. It's beautiful.
I've seen a couple of these. We've got, in my town, we've got a Poundland and a 99p stores. And when the 99p stores opened, they made a giant 1 penny coin and rolled it around going, you can save this if you shop with us, through a megaphone for about 3 hours. And I just thought, no. What? Why? What? That was their marketing. It wasn't the fact that they were a better product. It was just, you can basically have this.
Not that you can buy a
£3
product for a pound from a £1 shop, but
look,
the fact that you can buy a £1 product for 99p.
Yeah, you'll have this fucking coin that you can't spend on anything. So you either end up giving to a charity box because you want to look like you put 3 coins in to look a bit rich, or you end up putting it in a money box like I have right next to it. This is actually here is my money box. It is a Godzilla money box, and if I put my coin in it right now, you'll hear what happens.
Nice. Have either of you two ever?
On that internet gold, on that comedy gold, on that on.
Have either of you actually been to Tokyo?
No, have you? Not you, Ian.
No, I've always wanted to.
There's a pound shop there called Shop QQ where everything costs 99 yen. It's called Shop QQ, QQ being 99. And they have this song that plays all the time in there that goes, Shop QQ, QQ, QQQ, Shop QQ, QQ, QQQ, Shop QQ, QQ, QQQ, Shop QQ, QQ, QQQ. And it's lovely because on their website, they've got an MP3 of it, and it says in unbearably polite Japanese, please download our slightly annoying song.
Do you know what I've got in my hand right now?
The truth that
Your
Dalek's
second
just
beer.
thrown in your face.
I've got some Yahoo!
That's great.
Oh dear, I
That's
think I
great.
need another drink.
Seeing as the first Yahoo the conversation ended up talking about dogs having sex, and the second one, I don't even know where that went actually. It got chopped up and put through a mincer, put into Audacity, and now it just looks like a circular cow. And
Right.
Hamhock, have you noticed that Bouncy's hair looks like Phoenix Wright in his Skype picture?
it looks like he's just about to object actually. Just in an animated GIF of his left hand.
It makes me want to object.
Makes me want to GIF everywhere.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right.
Yeah.
So, this week...
Shall we cross the streams?
Ashley.
And will he be in a bar?
Oh, dear.
So what have you got for us this week?
Right. This week...
Oh, by the way,
He slimed
through.
me.
Anyway, so this week, when I was looking for Yahoo suggestions, I thought I'd just start asking questions. You know, when you use Google, you just type, why do walruses,
suddenly appear.
whatever. Exactly.
Well
So I
done,
thought,
Dalek.
so I went, can you think of, just as a start, the first question that came up was, can you think of some naughty things you would do in a library besides setting fire to books? That was the first thing that came into their head. Just setting fire to the books. That would be naughty. Yes, that's right. It would.
Naughty,
So I
but a
thought,
little bit
okay.
obvious. So.
So what would you there, if you were to give an answer, what would your answer be? Naughty things you
I
can do
would
in a
use
library.
my powers to stop time and strap a butterfly vibrator to a lady. Then unfreeze time, and just when she realises what's going on, freeze time again and take it off. Like in the book The Fermata by Nicholas Baker.
That's concise and to the point. And Hawk.
Whatever I say is not going to be very funny.
Anyway, suggestions from Yahoo Answers users were start a tomato fight, tearing books apart, masturbating, using library computers to put up filthy backgrounds because he loves smut, glue all the books together, staple the furniture to the ceiling, release 20 dogs with worms so they drag their butts around on the carpet. How would you like to walk into that day of work? Which I thought was brilliant.
I'm more likely to wander and open the Bible and pop a little poo nugget in there to create some sort of crazy Rorschach test in the Old Testament. I don't know. I just like the idea of a dirty protest in Genesis.
I went into the library the other day and I said, could I have the book about assisting disabled people to go to the toilet because, you know, I work in healthcare. And the librarian said, I'm holding it for somebody else. But no, in all seriousness, I would move the Bible to the children's fiction section. There you go.
Well, ironically, somebody in this suggestion did have a Bible one, which was basically cut out pictures from porn magazines and put them in the Bible.
It's a bit Web 1.0, isn't it?
Moving on very, very quickly. This question comes up quite a lot. I put the answer, got my penis stuck, thinking, comedy gold. Now, lots of answers just come out. I've got my penis stuck in a Hoover because I was hoovering naked, signed Dr. H. Things like that. Anyway, this one came up, and it wasn't so much the fact he'd got his penis stuck in a 2-litre soda bottle. It was the reason why he claimed he'd put it in there in the first place. So, most people would say that it slipped in there, or I was running around while drunk, and I fell onto the bottle. This guy...
He just wanted to get his cock wet.
It seemed like a good idea.
No, this guy said...
nobody was about.
Oh,
Put my willy in a bottle, now I can't get it out. Put my willy in a bottle, oh no, gotta rub it the right way.
So anyway, so the reason he gave was, I was testing the durability of my penis. How does that test the durability?
I can only assume it's failed under kinetic testing then.
Yeah, so it says, I was testing the durability of my penis, and now my erection won't wear off. It's been 2 hours. Should I be worried? I can't seem to unarouse myself. The best answer just simply started with, lol. My mom works for a children's hospital, and they had a kid come in with his dick in a padlock the other day. The damn thing had about rotted off before he decided to tell anyone. So don't go sticking your penis in strange places. It's not so much advice on how to solve a problem, but more just general advice. I don't know which is worse, the fact that someone figured they'd test durability, or the fact that someone once put their dick in a padlock and waited till it nearly rotted off.
Test your might.
But my favourite this week is, can I tell by the smell of my husband's farts if he's been cheating? I know this sounds crazy, but Hubs usually has his own smell. The family always knows when he's past gas, even if he tries to be funny, and blame it on the dog. Lately, he's had to work late a few times, and each time he's come home, his gas has smelled unlike anything I've ever smelled from him. Kind of like maybe he had Thai food or something. He says he's only been at work and not anywhere else, but something is definitely different. Do you think he's cheating? And the best answer there was, do you think a Thai man is doing him? Which is, yeah, because Thai men's penises smell like Thai food, apparently.
Why you coming home 5 in the morning? Something's going on, can I smell your dick? Don't play me like a fool, cause that ain't cool. So what you need to do is let me smell your dick.
I'm glad you're doing this regular feature.
I miss Cliffy B.
Do you know what I like? I like that even when you're paying somewhat of a compliment, it still sounds like you're telling me I've got cancer.
I've been hanging out with Dalek too long. To be honest, I had to take this for 9 fucking episodes last year. Someone's going to have to take it for the team this season.
Well, it's not going to be me every episode. I think we should rotate it around on a system. Preferentially, one with a rounded hour system. Because I don't want Dalek thinking, well, in between insults, I have 22 minutes for a wank.
Yeah, but you're the new boy, though, so, you know, we nick your dinner money. We'll flush your features down the toilet and laugh.
Flush your features down the toilet?
Aren't you meant to flush your feces down the toilet? Last season, I had quite a successful section. You remember the Cliffy tweets?
Yes.
Just to explain things to our legion of new fans. On the Dismal Jesters and before that Podtoid, well, they still do a section called Text from Trent, in which they would pretend that Trent Reznor from the Nine Inch Nails was stalking them with a series of pathetic and confusing text messages. And I thought, surely we can do better than that. So I came up with the Cliffy Tweets, which was Cliff Blazinski's of Gears of War fame Twitter feed. A tweet is essentially a text that you send to the entire of the human race. And they were even funnier than the text from Trent and better artistically for not having been made up. But we had to knock that one on the head because Cliffy kind of went sane and he stopped being funny. He got a blog where he rambled on in a very heartfelt and largely sensible way about what he hoped the Oculus Rift was going to turn out to be. And you know, everybody likes to laugh at an alcoholic, but nobody laughs at a recovering alcoholic. That just makes you sick. So in deference to the hours and hours of entertainment that Cliffy had provided us, we stopped doing that and wished him all the best for his mental recovery, put the feature to bed with the hope that one day a traumatic event would happen to him that would restore him to his former glory. So let me just say thank you to Mark Zuckerberg for giving us the best Christmas present of all, 'cause the Cliffy Tweets are back! Hi-oh!
Hey,
Dalek.
Yes.
have you got any Cliffy tweets?
Have you got any Cliffy tweets?
As a matter of fact, I have.
Good. This is quite exciting, actually. Cliffy tweets is a funny one because it shouldn't be entertaining. It shouldn't be amusing. But just something magical happens when a retard gets hold of a Twitter account.
And I tell you what, that retard, ooh, he doesn't like it when you mess with his toys, does he?
And what toy are you referring
well,
to?
of course, I'm talking about the Oculus Rift. Yeah, when you start criticising his toys, those toys go right out of the pram. So yes, famously, Notch said that he was abandoning Minecraft on the Oculus Rift.
This is the creator of Minecraft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marcus Notch Peterson. And Cliffy said that he was a petulant child that had gone home and taken his ball with him. To which Notch hilariously replied, "You're damn right, I'm a petulant child. And that ball that I've taken with me was a free Minecraft for the Oculus Rift," which you just gotta respect. But yeah, it's restored him to his former glory. I mean, as I said in my preamble, Cliffy was still Cliffy, but he wasn't our Cliffy anymore. But let me just read this sample from this week to you. Internet, more like internuts, am I right?
Bouncy.
That sounds familiar.
Is he right?
Is he right, Bouncy? Your response will determine whether he lives or dies.
He's not wrong.
Am I right?
Oh God, no! I just now worry that I'm heading down the same path that Cliffy B is, and in next series it will just be Dalek reading out my tweets.
Oh yeah, once
people
start actually clipping. Once people start actually clipping. Oh, I've nearly finished the Sunset Reef. Can you tell? Dennis Hopper. I'll tell you another thing that Cliffy was well known for in season 4, and that was misinterpreting memes. Have a listen to this one. You know the Pimp My Ride meme with Exhibit?
Sure.
Yo dog, we heard you like X, so we put X on your Y.
Yeah.
This is Cliffy's attempt at that meme. Yo dog, we heard you like Facebook, so we put Facebook on your face.
Yes.
That's profound.
This is going to be a glorious ride. Another roller coaster ending with a log flume. It's a log flume of disaster, fail, and mental breakdown. It's going to be a beautiful thing. And it's going to be live right here.
Well, speaking of jumping on a log flume, hashtags are very much like it's sort of like an internet log flume, aren't they? So, and Cliffy loves hashtags, and he's particularly impressed with the hashtag failed apps.
Oh.
And most of his attempts at this are just too nondescript for me to, but here are a couple of his attempts. Infants versus Zombies 2. Hashtag failed apps.
That's great.
Mm.
Genius. I would say that's borderline genius. If your borderline is 10 kilometers thick.
Well, here's a borderline genius one. You're aware of Candy Crush.
Oh God.
Testicle Crush. Hashtag failed apps.
Anyone else want? I was hoping you were going to see my sign, raise it with an infinity sign.
The way in which these things usually work on a show with 3 people is that one person says something pathetic, one person reacts as if to say, "Oh," and the other person actually has something to say, but...
It's just, when you're at a bus stop and there's someone who's clearly drunk and you don't really want to engage them in conversation because as soon as you open that can, and I hear this and I think, oh, is this what it's finally come to? And it basically, it's just so bleak. It's like the ending of The Mist. Cliffy's tweets are becoming the ending of The Mist.
I would say they were like the ending of the Blair Witch Project. Just a guy with his shoulders slumped in defeat.
Standing in the corner. With the faint glow of his smartphone on Twitter.
Eating his
tweets are
like
so vacuous. It sucks the atmosphere out of this show.
Vladimir Putin be like, Crimea River.
Oh, no! See, that's been done to death.
I know.
That's
That's
not even vague.
I think I've seen that joke on Wikipedia every day for the last 2 weeks by a different submitter every single time, and now Cliffy has finally discovered it.
I would have gone with Vladimir putting it where it don't belong again.
No.
And any attempt to outdo a Cliffy tweet is futile because...
Yeah, I was actually about to compliment Bouncy on that, but, you know, he's trying to be wittier than Cliff Blazinski, and it's just... It's just sort of like... It's like trying to... It's like waving your cock at a 3-year-old and saying, I've got a bigger cock. It's both disturbing and wrong and pathetic.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for this week's Cliffy tweets. It's been
I'm
marvelous.
not finished. I've got I've got a couple more. I'm not stopping. Hey, look. More AAA layoffs. Hashtag not shocked. Hashtag best of luck. Hashtag sucks. Hey, look for a new term. Triple layoffs.
Yeah, it's really sympathetic to the cause, isn't it?
Yeah, as he left voluntarily in industry before he was pushed.
Solidarity, brothers.
I would have
see ya.
I would have liked the fact that the AAA didn't shock him because he bought it from Poundland.
That was a battery joke. Sorry, I had to explain it.
I'd hate to be like Cliffy B, with an Oculus Rift hard on all the day. He'd say sniff it, tell us where it's been. He's had his cock up Facebook's arsehole like a gay. He'd Instagram it constantly, ay! His Oculus Rift hard on to see. I'd hate to be like Cliffy B, with an Oculus Rift hard on all the day. We've tried to warn you that he'll spawn with Lee Lauren, his unfortunate sex slave. He'll shove his head up a seabed, have his Oculus Rift hard on where it's shaved. He will shout and thrash about. His intentions will never be found. I'd hate to be like Cliffy B, with an Oculus Rift hard on all the day. Your minds won't be sound once you have found his millions of exacts beneath the waves. Oh, what joy for Dagon and the boys, knowing Cliffy's deep one roots happy and safe. That is not dead, which eternal lies, and with strange eons even death may die. I'd hate to be like Cliffy B, be the slave of Hester and Cthulhu, with Newlack the Technic in all his food. He's got his Pringles and his Cadbury's cream eggs too.
Can I talk about something I'm going to buy? I promise it won't be related. It won't be related to Yahoo Answers. I promise.
Is it a cricket bat in a jar of Vaseline and some chloroform?
No, it's not. It's called the Choosatron. I don't know if either of you heard of the Choosatron.
Is this some terrible Magic 8 Ball style novelty gift?
This is.
Is it available in 3D?
No, although it is in 3D because everything's in 3D when it's in the real world. No, the Choosatron was created by a guy called Jerry Bellick, who really loves kind of choose your own adventure stories, and has created a way of playing your own using a thermal till roll and a little bit of magic. Essentially, you buy this kit for about 150 quid. You put a thermal till roll in it. You program it with a game that you can create yourself or download a version. So if you've made a Twine game, you can use that. And then using 4 buttons as input, you basically make each selection. So you'd say, I want to go and investigate the dark hole. Press button 1. It would then print off the next part of the story on a piece of till roll. Investigate the dark hole. The ground beneath your feet is moist. You pull out your throbbing weapon. But the point is, it essentially gives you the chance to make your own fighting fantasy, or choose your own adventure, or Lone Wolf, or Grail Quest, or, I don't know, Doctor Who, Adventures in Time, choose your death, find your what the hell are they called? Choose your destiny, I think they were called. You can make any of them, and you just print them out. You just push a button, it prints the next bit of story, which I think is brilliant.
If I was to play a choose my own destiny, page 300 would just be 400 words on me sitting in a darkened room crying and wanking.
That would also be issue 1, but part 1, part 2, and part 3, wouldn't it?
If we're keeping with the Jewish theme, then we could do Lone Wolf the Guy.
Actually, it'd be Lone Wolfowitz, wouldn't it?
I'd like to do Lone Wolf: Adventures of a Failed Gladiator. So this is basically I'm going to order one, and I was trying to explain.
You can try and explain all you like, but you've just cut out. In fact, I think you both cut out.
Yes, we're back again after losing Bouncy for a second. Thought for a moment they'd disappeared there, like flight MH370 with an H after this first M. Didn't really work the second time around, did it?
That's a tidy gag. I have to say, it's tidy.
It's neat and tidy,
And
like I imagine Bouncy's little emporium on the high street in Wisbeach to be. Do send your kids down to the entertainment centre Wisbeach for all their video game and DVD needs. But if one of them comes back and says that the nice man behind the counter gave them extra Haribo, then probably best not to kiss them on the lips for a couple of days.
You might want to clean the shop a little bit as well. Your shop's a little about as presentable as Dalek's bris was.
Wasn't Chris Tarrant on Briz was?
He was behind it, chucking muck everywhere.
Yeah.
Right, so Choosatron. How far did I get with Choosatron?
More like the Jewsatron.
Oh, imagine that mixture of the Jewish faith and Tron.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So anybody who knows me on Twitter will know that I went to Rezzed Expo with Mature Gamer people, and while there, I was sat in a beer garden at the Birmingham NEC talking to a man who looked like Vanilla Ice about the Choosatron, and I didn't know if I was sober enough to really be talking about something that existed or something I just made up on the spot. So later on, went on Twitter, found the guy, Jerry Bellick, and his Twitter account, and then kind of copied him into a tweet to the Vanilla Ice lookalike. And he's now talking to me about getting one to me as soon as possible.
Is it a bit of hardware?
It's basically you can get a wooden box or a Perspex box, and then inside a little circuit board, 4 buttons, and a thermal till roll printer. And that's it. That's all it needs. Very, very simple, but you can just code it. You can program in whatever adventure. There's a whole load. It's like 50 or 60 you can just download for the internet for free to try, or you can make your own. So, at Lolacourse Live at MGPXMMIV72/B, we will have the Choosatron and the official first ever We Are the Holocaust text adventure. Playable. Isn't that exciting?
Will we have Sheepdog's game about being a zombie going to heaven?
There is another guy who listens to both shows, Eamon Shoot, who's really
he's brave.
Is Dean. He is making a game called Sheepdog's Trials, and it's a platformer game going around a big mansion, a bit like Jet Set Willy. And in one of the rooms is me bouncing around with a giant inflatable ball.
Surely he's Mr. Trick. He just needs to reskin Trials. Surely that's an easier gig.
Surely he just needs the court report.
That's not been made public yet due to the age and popularity of the youth involved.
And species. Why do you think he's called Sheepdog?
Pretty horses. Liam Neeson had it on the head.
A field of pretty horses.
There's a voice in the darkness, and it's the voice of Adam Ruckins.
This is the Adam Ruckins Hour.
Disposing of the Dead.
With Adam Ruckins.
Well, there you go, everybody. That's Shelby DeFleur doing the weather in his own indomitable style. And it's going to be snowing again, which would be nice, because cold weather, corpses don't rot. And what's a rotten corpse make? It makes a stench, doesn't it? All these corpses littering our streets. What are we going to do about it, eh? Let's take a call. Let's go to caller on line, I don't know, line 17.
Hello.
Adam Ruckins
Is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hello? Hello there. What's your name and where you come from? Hello?
Hello there.
Hello, this is Adam Ruckins on LIYL, and you're through to Disposing of the Dead. How can we help you today?
Hello. This is Damien O'Donnell, and I've got a tricky problem. I think I've got 3 or 4 bodies in my pond. Have you got any advice?
Well, firstly there, David, you've made a textbook error. For health and safety reasons, all ponds should be covered with a metal grill or some chicken wire to stop foreign bodies falling into the water. And there's no more foreign body than perhaps, I don't know, an Eastern European zombie dropping into your pond. Have you got a garden rake at all?
Hello?
Use the garden rake, hook some loose clothing. If there's clothing involved, that you'll find that's got more of a purchase than the soft, gammy flesh of the corpse. So hook it on, preferably if they've got trousers, hook it around the waistband, and hoof those little things out. Does that seem to solve your problem, Squire?
Hello?
Good. Goodbye. Right, that was David there with pond-based issues. And a lot of us are having that problem, especially now that the cold's coming in. Nobody really wants to see a frozen pair of zombie buttocks encased in ice. It's like a terrible Han Solo. Right, people, let's go to line 12.
Hello.
Adam Ruckins
Is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hello, what's your name and where you come from?
Hello, Adam. I'm Alan from Redditch.
How's it where you are? Is it as bad as it says on the news?
Oh, it's nowhere near as bad as they say on the news. I think it's just it's a load of all rubbish. It's just media hype, blown out of all proportion. It's a load of all tripe.
Well, I beg to differ with you, sir. I mean, I'm looking out my window right now. I'm seeing piles of the undead being shoveled on. There's an old lady down the road. She's dragging one by the ankles to chuck on a pyre.
So this is just another prime example of media hysteria and designed to make us go into shops and buy tins of beans and...
Well, you're entitled to an opinion, but I can tell you what I'm seeing. I mean, I'm not the media. I'm just the voice of the people here. And we've got callers ringing in saying they've got zombies cluttering up their ice boxes, their outhouses, their dog houses, their Wendy houses and their summer houses. I mean, that's a lot of zombies getting into people's houses. You can't really accuse people on the street of being a media frenzy, can you? Okay, let's go on to the next caller. I believe we've got somebody waiting for us on line 1.
Hello.
Adam Ruckins
Is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Numero uno, what's your name and where have you come from?
It's Andy here from Birmingham. No.
So what's your problem?
Well, I've been down here with my girlfriend in the bunker. Well, it's West Bromwich actually. It's not Birmingham, but we've had our bunker here for the past 4 months, and well, we just don't want to leave our bunker, to be quite honest. Going back to our semi-detached house previously, it's all a little bit boring now. I'd rather stay down here with flickering light bulbs and cans of baked beans. End my life here, spent 20 years or so down here and with my darling girlfriend, and well, maybe have a family in the dark down here.
Well, that sounds like you're living a good life in amongst this dystopian zombie apocalypse. And yeah, fair play to you, fella. May I just ask, what's your favourite canned food at the moment?
There's nothing quite like the London Grill, which is baked beans, bacon. It's got little mini sausages in there, and also it's got some Scotch egg as well, it's very, very nice.
It's good to hear of a bloke that likes a good old canned breakfast. I certainly had my mouth watering, and I'm sure you were at home as well. Now, he did touch upon an interesting thing here, this whole subculture of subterranean submariners who are living in the dark, living in these bunkers. In amongst all this, there are a lot of people saying that maybe that's the future as sea levels rise, as the dead rise, as taxes rise, as inflation rises. We should all go down and live in the basement. You know what? I can see the point of that, but we can't let zombies be the reason. I mean, you think about it. When your grandchildren are growing up in a dirty little hovel underground, do you really want to say that on the day that the zombies were taking over the earth, you were sat in the dark eating a can of tweeny-shaped spaghetti hoops? Of course you don't. That's the reality of the world at large. I've got all the mod cons in here, so far as I've got a spinny office chair, a microphone, a desk. I mean, the monitor's broken. Somebody's just drawn a picture of a cat with a phrase above it that just says... Monitor cat is watching you. Just sits there. It doesn't do anything. It's not real. Understand, this is here so you've got a voice. There's a voice in the darkness, and it's the voice of Adam Ruckins. This is this. There's a voice in the darkness, and that's the voice.
Right, Adam. I think you've done me a favour. The show is shit anyway.
Hello, Adam. Where is the fucking show? How about getting your equipment fixed? You fucking bender.
Hello, Adam. Very disappointed that your equipment's letting you down. I was very much looking forward to the show, and you've ruined my night, and my wife is not going to be happy in the slightest.
Hello, Adam. It's the Reverend Tyler here, calling from choir practice. I'm just calling to express my deep, deep disappointment. If I were you, I would get this radio, get the out of this radio station, get your equipment fixed, and go fuck yourself. Okay then, toodaloo. See you Sunday.
Holocaust Literary Masterclass presents Royal Rescue, a Garfield fanfiction by Shakespeare Hemingway. Garfield was relaxing, having some scotch and lasagna when John Arbuckle came with emergency news. Garfield, it is terrible. I have the bad news, John Arbuckle said with crying words. Stop your sob stories and give me your thoughts, Garfield said with serious demands. It is terrible, Garfield. Kate Middleton and Prince William are getting married, but you are not invited, John Arbuckle said with outrage. This is lies, roared Garfield with angry voice. It is true. Look and see. John Arbuckle showed Garfield a letter that came through mailboxes. Dear Garfield, you are not invited to royal wedding. Sincerely, Royal England family, said the letter with insults. Invite this, shouted Garfield as he tore up the letter with manly hands. This is last straw. I will not stand for insults to humanity, Garfield cried to the ceiling with his fist clenched with justice. What will you do, Garfield? asked John Arbuckle with wondering. I will do what any good man does when insulted with words. I will crush Wedding with righteousness, Garfield roared with determination. It will be dangerous. Royal edicts are there with power, John Arbuckle warned with caution. The only edict I serve is my fist, said Garfield as he walked out with intentions. Meanwhile in England, Buckingham Palace, Prince William and Kate Middleton were getting ready for marriage ceremonies. Kate Middleton, soon we will be in marriage and all will be well. You will be Princess of England and we will all bow to you, said Prince William with celebration. Yes, I am happiness, but I wish Garfield was here. I am missing Garfield's macho charm and rugged good looks, Kate Middleton said with distant longing. Forget Garfield, he is not coming for as long as I am Prince of this land. You will be mine and mine alone, said Prince William, grasping Kate Middleton tightly. But, said Kate Middleton with whimper, there will be no buts for you. No cat, no matter how manly, will steal my woman, shouted Prince William with anger. Oh, Garfield, cried Kate Middleton with wanting. Meanwhile, Garfield was getting ready to trip of lovely country of England. Garfield, be careful of stress, it is killer with heart disease and cholesterol, John Arbuckle warned with advice. I have no time for stress. There is British damsel that needs saving, Garfield said with stern voice. Farewell, John Arbuckle. Hold down fort while I am gone, Garfield said as he left for adventure. You know it, Garfield. Show them what a real man is made of, John Arbuckle said as he grasped Garfield's arm with manly handshake. Garfield then boarded his jet and lifted off for takeoff with thunder-like speed. Garfield soared through the sky over oceans and oceans until he came to Ireland of England. Garfield then braked his jet and prepared for jumping. Time for a British invasion, said Garfield as he leaped out of jet into country of Great Britain to administer justice like Prime Minister of Iron. Garfield opened his parachute with Lasagna logo, but was in no mood for playtime. Parachutes are for little girls and babies in wheelchairs, said Garfield as he cut his parachute off for free fall fun. Meanwhile in Buckingham Palace, Prince William was dressing up in wedding clothes. All of a sudden he sensed great power. No, it cannot be. It must be my imagination playing tricks on me, said Prince William with self-delusional fear. Prince William, we are almost ready for the wedding, said the servants. Very well. Now leave before I am lashing your back, roared Prince William with anger. Yes, my master, said the servants with cowering. The Queen of England then entered Prince William's room with words. This is your special day, yet I am unsure you have proven true manhood, said the Queen of England. I am true man. All of England will see, said Prince William with defiance. Why have you not invited Garfield? Do you fear to face real man? Asked the Queen of England with challenge. I fear no man or cat, shouted Prince William as he tossed champagne glass at mirror, shattering all into millions in fits of anger. I am the Prince of all England. All will cower before my monarchical might. Not even Garfield can defeat me, declared Prince William with royal decree. Meanwhile, Garfield was walking in streets of London with purpose. As Garfield walked with strength steps, Englishmen cheered him and shouted his name with joy. Garfield walked with sternness and determination to destination, for he was on a mission. Garfield walked and walked until he came to Buckingham Palace gates. No gate can take my power, Garfield bellowed with majesticness as he punched down gate with one punch. Garfield marched with purpose in feet as stormed to wedding place of matrimony. Royal guards came rushing to arrest him, but were not of match. There is Garfield! Arrest him in the name of the prince, shouted the guards with princely loyalty. Relax, my English hombres, you are being relieved of duty, said Garfield chillly, as hit royal guards with fists and feet of speed, like typhoons sending them flying miles high and exploding. Garfield picked up a guard and raised him high in air like feather. Here, why not enjoy delicacy of fresh fish and chips, quipped Garfield as he tossed the guard into the sea. There is plenty of salt for you in there, said Garfield with cleverness as he walked away. Garfield marched on his mission until he came to wedding parties with food to drink. More guards came for ambushing, but Garfield handled it like a man. It is tea time, have a sip, said Garfield as he took tea kettle and tossed it at the guards. No, cried the guards as the tea melted them into skeletons. Garfield came on table of food with wedding guests sitting around in celebration. "No lasagna? What is the blasphemy?" Garfield roared in anger as he threw table on wedding guests. "Lasagna is food of warriors and kings. Do not be forgetting this, you worms," Garfield roared as he walked on. Garfield soon came upon wedding ceremony, with Prince William and Kate Middleton at altar being wed. Everyone heard Garfield's manly footsteps like thunder in the sea. Prince William turned around, saw his fears become realities. "Garfield!" yelled Prince William in tones of squealing horror. "How rude! Have you not heard royal tradition? It is the rules that I am the first to have woman before marriage," Garfield stated with cold fact. "Garfield, you will never have my woman. I am Prince, I am above all," declared Prince William with arrogant laugh. Garfield looked at Prince William with eyes of seeing and spoke with words of saying, "Even princes must obey the law of the fist. But do not be worrying, for I will give you fair trial. Here is the judge and here is the jury," Garfield said as he raised his two fists for showing. "Enough nonsense! Feel might of royal jewels," said Prince William as he snapped his fingers. At Prince William's command, noise was heard. Mighty Big Ben transformed into a giant laser cannon and aimed at Garfield with blasting intent. "Tick-tock, it is 12 o'clock. Time to die," said Prince William with mocking words. At these words, Big Ben fired at Garfield with beams of fury. However, Garfield was not laser-phased and backhanded laser beams with ease. "Impossible!" cried Prince William with shock. "Do you not learn physics in Prince School? Lasers bounce off mighty man muscle," Garfield tutored with teachings. "I silence your mockery forever. Die!" yelled Prince William as he took out longsword and thrust it at Garfield, but Garfield caught his arm in midair and crushed bones with crab-like grip. "It looks like your time has run up," quipped Garfield as he tossed Prince William into Big Ben, exploding them both. "No!" cried Prince William as he crashed into Big Ben for explosion. "Good night, sweet prince," said Garfield with cool words as he walked away. After victory, Kate Middleton ran to Garfield and embraced him with arms. "Garfield, thank you. When I was marrying him, I thought only of you," thanked Kate Middleton with gratitude. "No problem, my British biscuit. You must save me juicy piece of your shepherd's pie," Garfield responded with flirtation. "Garfield, you are true hero and real man. We want to make you honorary King of England," Queen Elizabeth said with royal orders. "I am sorry, but I am busy living fast life of fast adventure and fast women," Garfield rejected with sympathies. "Very well, at least accept position of Duke of Ireland," said the Queen of England. "Fine, but I must first be attending to important business," said Garfield, as he picked up Kate Middleton and brought her to royal bedroom, where he could show her how real men love women. "Garfield, please make me your queen," said Kate Middleton with warm tone. "I do not have castle to give you, but I have mighty tower for you to climb," Garfield said with seduction. "Garfield, I want you to joust me like a valiant knight," Kate Middleton cried out with desire. Garfield then rode Kate Middleton like mighty knight taming wild stallion. With mighty force, Garfield jousted Kate Middleton with manly lance into late hours of night, and all heard about their romances.
We are the Holocaust. I'm Bounce Evolved.
I'm Dalek Sex.
I'm Dr. Hamhop.
Satan here.
I'm the news bot.
I'm Joystick Discharge.
I'm the man from the video shop.
Bonsoir, mes amis.
I'm Fiery Bob.
I'm Megacell Guy.
Welcome to We Are the Holocaust.
We are the Holocaust.
You have been listening to We Are the Holocaust. Follow us at www.holocaust.co.uk.